Yes, you knew this was coming. My review of Disaster Movie. Alright, now, just the fact that Friedberg and Seltzer has released 4 of these parody movies in the last 2 years should give you a little hint on the quality of the film. This movie definitely isn't a good film, but I don't think it's exactly the god-awful disaster that everyone expected. There are some aspects of it that I kind of liked. For example, I do think that they kind of are improving with everything except for humor. For example, this movie kind of actually has some characters there. The lead character, he kind of actually seemed like a character in a real movie, which is what a spoof should have. The scary movies, for example, not all of them were all that great, but every single one established good characters, and it seemed like an actual movie, just with that kind of humor in it. It should parody just a few recent plots, mix them together to make a funny movie with jokes about recent pop culture and all that. This movie basically randomly brought in a different character every minute, with just so many different plots. Really, the main focus is that there's a series of natural disasters, and to stop them, they need to return the crystal skull to the Museum of Natural History. So we got some nice museum and Indy 4 in there. But really, they just bring in, just randomly bring in characters, and it's so stupid. Like, all of a sudden, Hellboy comes out, and then Kung Fu Panda's in the Museum of Natural History, and the chipmunks become medieval and bite the guy's nuts for about half an hour. That's one big flaw of these films. Some of the jokes are actually funny, and it's really sad how sometimes they actually succeed on a joke. It's actually funny, but they stretch it for about 5 minutes. For example, there's a scene where they're making fun of Get Smart. The guy, here's his shoe ring. He's got the shoe phone, from Get Smart. I like the old TV show, so I kind of found it funny. They got the music in the background. He picks up, but there's dog poo on the bottom of the shoe. That's kind of a little chuckle there. You go, haha. But then he slowly pulls it away, and then we have to spend 5 minutes of the, oh no, it's right there. Oh, just come on, wipe the dog poo off and get with the movie. And these aren't 5-year-old writers here. These are 2 grown men directors. And the fact that they're in some small room in Hollywood right now thinking up this crap is actually kind of scary. That there's these 2 grown men are saying, oh, and then we'll bring in Iron Man, and then a cow will fall on him. And then Hellboy will come in, and then a cow will fall on him. Oh my gosh, this is genius. I wrote a script for Scary Movie 5 a long time ago. Right when Scary Movie 5 was rumored, I thought, hey, recent horror movies, I'll make a parody of it. I don't know where it is right now. I don't think I'll post it anytime soon because I don't even know if I have it on my computer anywhere. But I was told that it's pretty funny. And thinking back, I do think I mixed the movies pretty well. And I gotta say, it just makes these guys look really bad. Like, for example, that Dark Knight trailer spoof on YouTube is getting really popular. Like, things like that. It makes these guys look so bad because they're better than them, and it's actually really scary. But this one, it's not all that horrible. There is some charm and wit here and there that I did kind of notice and kind of made me smile and chuckle. For example, there's a song at the end that I kind of liked, but they really just stretch everything way too long, and the humor really hasn't improved all that much. Like I said, they just beat everything to the ground. But there are some clever setups there involving, combining the movies to actually, like a spoof, even though I'm still not convinced that they even know what a spoof is. But still, for example, there's just some scenes where it is kind of clever mixing the characters together. Like the prince from Enchanted comes back and break dances against the guy from High School Musical to win the princess. And just stuff like that is kind of clever, but really, they just don't really have any jokes to go with it, because they aren't funny. Really, I think the only people in the theater tonight was me and my friend, so I don't really think you have to be worried about this making a lot of money. I'm pretty sure this is going to end soon, even though I think there might be one more because there's already a rumored sci-fi movie, but it better be funny because, I don't know, I do think there's kind of hope for these guys. I think if they just actually try hard, I think this movie was probably made back in May, because all the movies they parodied mainly was from this summer. So I think they just put effort in one and see what happens. They might actually make a funny movie. So overall, I'll give Disaster Movie a 4 out of 10.